Good evening, everybody. Welcome in for another Speed Souls race. We're doing a Bloodborne tournament right now. Tonight we have Lynn versus Peanut. I'm Mama Souls. Co-commentating with me is Regal Slayer. So it's been a very interesting and fun tournament so far. Um, this is the second round. Uh, Like I said, tonight is Lynn and Peanut. This is part of the winners bracket. Whoever wins this one will go on to face Marchie. Marchie and Alma had a match, I believe, yesterday, 2 days ago, possibly. And their in-game time was 2 seconds apart. I heard it was a really good race. I didn't get to watch it though. Um, the loser of this one, um, will go down to the losers bracket and will face either Enduritize or Forest. And that race will be at a later date. Let's do it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so both runners are getting started here. You do see them changing some gestures around that'll be used um, a little later for a drop in the game to make you lose some of your velocity. Um, you 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 use a gesture at a well, you can use a gesture at Nightmare Frontier Skip. That's sit down. At Yahargle, you use bow if you don't quite get all the way through. And then most people use point forward for this drop before Amelia, because as they're running around that corner, they do the point forward to slow their character down so they don't like run straight off the edge. Yes, sir. Who is definitely an expert Bloodborne runner that hasn't run in 2 years. But we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it work. That is definitely a good start. So both runners are gonna be picking up their weapons. Um Here you kind of have the option. Neither one did, but you can glitch pick up the cane as well. It looks like we've kind of moved past that though. To do the orphanage key skip now, uh, they're just using their cleaver. You I actually, now that I've been practicing again and I am probably going to come back and run again, um, I've still been doing the cane strat. I haven't taught myself cleaver yet. Whatever time it takes you to get the cane. Just whatever time it takes you to get the cane. I think they've gotten it pretty consistent. I haven't seen anybody really mess it up. So both runners have attempted sewer skip and quit out, um, what this does, this is one of the few skips in Bloodborne that is aptly named. This skips the sewer section of this area and takes you straight to the bridge before Gascoigne. You see Peanut having to quit out because the dog tried to bite him off. Probably should have blanksed it and shot him, but I really don't suggest that. It makes me nervous. Blinks. Meanwhile, he stands on the fence and shoots the dog off. The first time I saw it, I thought my eyes were going to pop out of my head. So Lynn is making his way to Gascoigne. This is the first boss of the game. And probably at this point, one of the most RNG heavy and hardest to get past. Well, Gascoigne can be like a serious heck, and he definitely is to Lynn right now. So, what you like have to consider is this is only like 3 minutes into the game. So we play it like if I die, I'm only out 3 minutes. But in a race, you can't do that. So it gets very interesting. Peanut is done with Gascoigne. He'll be making his way to Cathedral Ward. Like I said, Lynn's just not having a lot of luck with Gascoigne right now. Correct. At this point, you know, you're not really like... Dying is the worst thing that could happen here. Correct. Correct. Now, if you get a bad Gascoigne, you do lose a lot of time. And I say that, like, dying would be worse, but I mean, obviously, if your fight goes on for that long, but the run back is not short. And you have to do sewer skip again. Not really, no. Not really, no, because when we go in, you see we run to the staircase anyway. So, he's running at you, but you're running to the staircase.
Oh, I think my audio is muted that whole time. Yours wasn't, but my audio is muted.
That's okay. I was talking to myself. It's cool.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, guys?
It's cool.
Yeah, we have a new setup for audio. So like some hiccups here and there, but it's okay. But yeah, I'm here. You missed all of my super interesting insights, which was basically just setting up Mama for questions.
Alright, so Peanut is making his way into Old Yarnum, where he's gonna perform Old Yarnum Skip, which, amazingly enough, 2 for 2, aptly named.
The old Yarnum Skip, the new Old Yarnum Skip. Which version is this one?
New
Old Yarnum Skip.
New Old Yarnum Skip. So, like, we have had multiple versions of Old Yarnum Skip through the years. So, like, now they have to be called, like, Old Yarnum Skip.
Yeah, I remember learning how to do the original one casually, and it's so different now. The current one's really cool.
It is. I I will tell you that the old one was a lot more comfy,
Yeah, it didn't seem difficult at all doing the older
but
one.
this one I think they said about 6, 7 seconds
Really, I would have expected to save more.
compared to the other one.
Hmm.
It might be a little more. It's either 6 or it's like 10, which I
Oh.
know is a big difference, but like I'm not the skip
Yeah,
master.
I don't know how difficult that skip is, but I see people mess it up all the time.
So Peanut is making his way into the Bloodstarved Beast fight. Um, this fight is pretty quote scripted.
Really?
You, you throw pungent cocktails into the corner and just kind of beat the boss down. The part that's like kind of not scripted, I guess, is that she can be kind of bouncy. So she
Yeah.
like gets away from you and
Yeah, I've seen that happen.
stuff starts going down, like you miss some of your backstabs and stuff, it can go south
How
really
scripted
fast.
would you say it is for runners that skip the cocktails?
You're about to find out with Lynn.
Did Lynn skip them?
Oh, he got him this time.
Okay.
In his runs though, Lynn does not get
Yeah.
cocktails, so he just YOLO. Um, I I would say that it's probably not much less consistent because they have it down to a science what they're doing.
I see. But it is probably a little less consistent, you would say.
I would
Yeah,
say
yeah.
so because
Sure.
she's not going after anything, so
Yeah.
she like
Otherwise,
gets to do
no one
what
would
she
get the
wants.
cocktails. You know, if it was like about the same. I don't know what the difference is, but you
Let's
just
go.
don't have to
All
pick
right.
up the cocktails, don't have to throw them in the fight. So I'm sure it's like, I don't know, like an 8-second time save, maybe at the most.
Um, Peanut is in the abandoned workshop, heading to get the first of the 3 umbilical cords and picking up his cute dress. Len had opted to take the lamp and old Yarnum. I don't know if Peanut did or not, but that's just like a insurance policy for if your skip or Bloodstarved Beast goes wrong.
I
So
see. That makes sense.
he warped back to the dream and then had to come to
That's a really
Cathedral
long
Ward.
run back, so that definitely makes sense.
Yes, in a race setting,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I would get the link for sure. Peanut got a dupe off on his cord.
Oh,
GG
okay.
Peanut. And then he'll be doing a ladder warp here. So what this is you do it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
That
boy.
was my phone.
It's okay. So what ladder warp is if you do an action on the ladder as you're quote getting on it, and you saw how Peanut's character kind of did the action and slid towards the ladder. That's the game putting him on the ladder and believing that he's still there even though he's running through the game. So he's going to fight this boss, and when he's done, he quits out, and the game puts him back at the ladder.
Yeah, that's such a cool piece of tech in this game that I wish was possible in the other ones. I think it might be possible in DS.
I
I'm not sure.
it, it's not uh I don't think that we found anything viable, but which I think they already knew, but I found a ladder warp in the first area on accident while speedrunning.
What, for Dark Souls 3?
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, I'm sure it's
Accidentally.
like a lot more difficult to set up because you don't have like a simple thing like a weapon trick to just cancel out of it.
So I did the spook drop and quit out, and it put me back in the ladder like early in the area. And I was like, what is happening?
That's awesome. It's such a cool piece of tech, honestly. Like, I wish you could do that in all of them, like at least easily.
So Peanut
I
does
don't know how easy it
Amelia.
is. But
This one's easy. The one in DS3, I don't remember because we talked about it a little bit, but
I'm
it was
sure it's
really
a
weird.
lot harder than on this one, but still, I see people mess up this one. Not like a lot. Like it doesn't seem like it's super difficult, but it definitely
It's
doesn't seem
not.
like completely free. But
So Lin will be making his way into Amelia. This is a limb boss where it is 100% strat. You focus on breaking
yeah, now
limbs.
this is definitely a scripted fight.
Yes, the boss like never does anything, gets away from you
Well,
while you're doing
I've seen
breaking. Having
some
said that,
interesting stuff at the end. Like
yeah,
sometimes you'll get a little bit of RNG at the end, but nothing too crazy.
there is an old strat that's like a few seconds slower that is like 100%
Really,
scripted.
I see.
Yes. Now this one is a little different, but still, you know, if she doesn't get away from you, you're gonna be fine. If she does, good
And
luck.
if she does, it seems like it's near the end of her health bar, anyways. So seems like you can recover without too much worry.
The only thing you have to worry about with Amelia is once she starts like healing her limbs or things like that, then you're not getting the same output that you should, and things can slow down significantly.
I dodge this guy. How consistently off? Like, does that guy almost always kill you if you don't avoid him?
Um, he will do that move
It seems like he comes really close to killing them, like
a
almost
really
every
good chunk
time.
of the time. So when you see someone go down there and they light their lamp and then they walk off a little bit and then hit the yes, that's so that his flame doesn't hit us
Right.
because it will kill you until the last second. Now he does that a really, really good percentage of the
Yeah,
time.
it seems like
Like
it.
I said, so much so that you watch everybody who comes up here, they light the lamp, walk off a little bit, and then use it
Yeah.
because we've all do it.
Yeah, I'm sure. It looks like he does it so consistently.
So Peanut performed his first stream segment where he leveled up his weapon, his character. He sold the doll set. The doll set is worth 35,000 echoes.
Yeah.
Um, and in your early game, that is worth so much. Like,
Yes. That is
because
quite a bit.
in a run, you're throwing away your echoes after Bloodstarved Beast.
That's like a couple boss fights. I mean, and
Yeah.
all you have to do is open up a chest. Now, do runners still do that in PB attempts?
Do what?
Sell the doll set.
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
We have to because the only echoes that we have are going to be from Amelia and that because we throw away the ones after Bloodstarved Beast.
Oh yeah, true.
So Peanut is getting killed by the Bagman, and he will be making his way to the HG that I'm not willing.
Hypogean jail, I think
Yeah,
is
I
how
am
it's
not
pronounced.
pronouncing that. So this is a scripted death in the run where we come here quote early. This is called early Yahargul. Um, where we go and fight Carl, and fighting Carl early unlocks bolt paper at this point so that we can use it on the next few bosses instead of waiting till we get to Yahargul later.
Oh, is that the main reason why? It's just to unlock bolt paper early?
Pretty much,
Cool.
as
I
far as
mean,
I know, they can
he
correct
goes
me
down
if they want,
really,
but I
really
think that's what it
fast.
is.
Like, I remember when I was doing my BL4 run for this game, I just looked up like speedruns and how they deal with Carl, and I was like, really? He's that easy?
And you know, you say that, but like,
I'm sure if he gets away from you, it could be super annoying.
have him get away from you
Yeah.
and try to hit them stick figure legs.
Yeah, definitely. But if it goes to script, like it's such a joke fight, and like if it just takes a highly upgraded weapon and BL4, you just melt the guy.
And it's so funny because like you said, you were looking at it for like BL4 pointers or help or whatever, and like you look at it and you're like, oh my god, that's so easy. But really and truly, it's not, because how many times when we were trying to learn these fights did we die because he got away from us?
Right, exactly.
That's
Yeah,
the part that people don't
that's
see.
true. That's general
Like,
speedrunning. Like they just make
yes,
it look a lot
that's like
easier than it actually is a lot of the
speed
time.
101. It looks easy. It's not. So Peanut will be running through the woods forest right now and making his way to Shadows, who Peanut, last of the Mohicans, still fight Shadows like a man.
Yeah, I'll never understand these Bloodborne runners, man. Choosing to fight this boss, but you know,
You know
that's
what, though?
them though.
The Shadows are probably my favorite boss in the game. So if I had been running this whole time, I could see maybe still fighting them.
See,
But when
as a Dark Souls 1 runner, I hate all the bosses. I want them all to die without putting up any fight. So I would 100% go for the AI break if I could. I think
yeah,
it is technically faster if you get good RNG to kill shadows, if I'm not wrong. But
I'm gonna take it up for Peanut here. Shadows is a really good fight, and when it goes really good, it goes really good.
yeah,
Like I said, but it doesn't always go really
right.
good.
So the AI break would basically be for sake of consistency, which there's a lot to say for consistency, especially in a race setting. But it is, of course, up to the runner.
I will
And
tell
Peanut is definitely experienced at doing it.
I will tell you that at the point that I was at when I used to run, and now I'm coming back and not fighting shadows anymore. The quote fight itself is at least 5 seconds faster
Really?
than
5 seconds?
like my quote average was when I used to fight them.
Mm.
But like consistency.
Yeah. It's funny too because like doing the no AI shadows also looks kind of annoying because you have to group them together. They get really like spread out all over the place. Like it looks like it takes some practice just to get good at killing them when they're not even moving.
So Peanut heading into the fight. I'm not gonna lie, it still gets me like really excited to see a shadows fight. I'm glad it's not me though.
Alright, so yeah, that take down the first guy. I know he has the least amount of HP. Ooh.
Okay. Okay, Peanut. Oh my god. It's okay.
So do you know if Lynn is gonna fight Shadow?
He is not.
So we'll get to see that as well. This guy, you know, you just AI lose him down.
Of all the races
GG Peanut.
I've seen, I think Peanut's the only one who fights him. Like I said,
I think
again,
a
I
Haiti fought them?
a Hattie might still fight him. Maybe.
I feel like a Haiti does, but maybe I'm wrong.
I don't think I saw a Hattie's run though. I've been missing a lot of them because I've been working a lot and have other stuff going on.
This is a really cool skip, though. Also found by Giant Cookie Jar.
So Lynn is going to the Shadow Skip.
Yeah,
Peanut
fell off there.
Skip.
Oh, it sucks. Both runners having a little bit of issues with their skips, but it's okay. Not a huge time loss since this is IGT that we're going by. Let's see if Lynn can get this here. There we go. And let's see Peanut's second attempt at the Lunarium key skip.
There we go.
Nice.
Good job.
Very good.
He will be going in to fight Rom. And this is one of those bosses where, like, the ads are scarier than the boss itself.
Yeah, it's the ads are the boss.
Seems to be a theme in Dark Souls. If there's ads, they're the boss.
I mean, whoever thought of putting multiple enemies in one boss fight?
Oh. So, this is like...
That is so much damage.
We just got done saying that they're the boss. This is the problem is that he already had, a good chunk of meter. Uh, he got headbutt dove into. There's no chance there.
It's
Thank God
crazy how much damage it does. I mean,
which
I
one
guess
was black.
you have a pellet active, so it's doing.
Yes.
How much extra
Yep.
damage is it with the pellet active?
It scales.
Oh, it
The
scales with your meter.
yes.
I see.
The longer meter you have,
Yeah.
the more damage output you have. But the inverse of that is that you're taking more damage.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
All right, Lynn also missing the Lunarium key skip, and we'll have to go quit out.
Do you know if Lynn is on a PS5? I know Peanut is.
I don't believe so.
Okay. So Peanut should have a little bit of an edge in loading.
And that's actually a really good thing to point out is that with Bloodborne being a PlayStation exclusive, you can see a lot of different RTAs
Mm-hmm.
based off of whether someone's running on a PS4, a PS4 Pro, do they have an SSD, are they running on PS5? That'll show you a lot of different in RTA for sure.
But in
But also,
IGT, there's not a big difference.
there can be from PS4 to from like a regular HD to SSD and stuff like that. There can be a difference in
There's
IGT,
there's definitely a difference, but compared
but
to
it's
the
not as
RTA, it's not
out.
as much.
RTA, we're talking you could have like a 5 to 10 minute
Yeah.
difference.
Mm-hmm. But I think like I don't know the difference between PS4 and PS5, but I imagine it can't be more than 15 seconds. But don't ask me on that one.
Peanut very wary of the spiders this time around, and for good reason.
Yeah. It's cool, even if like it's hard to tell who's ahead because of the RTA differences. It's always cool to see the runners like basically on the same thing. I'm guessing Lynn is ahead, but
Um, I maybe. I don't really know. One thing I wasn't keeping track of. I don't know if maybe someone's had more quit outs than the other one, etc.
yeah,
Because
I don't know either.
quit out wastes a lot of RTA, but
Mhm.
almost no IGT.
I think they're probably about the same with that, but then Peanut had the death to Rom.
Yes, that would probably put Lynn ahead. But like I said, I hate speculating.
Oh, really?
Yeah, definitely, because you just
Well, like I said, it's hard to say. It's just cool to see them like near each other in the run, but saying who actually is ahead, like it's difficult to say. Yeah.
correct. I just like seeing a tight race RTA,
Right.
which is what they're doing
Yeah.
right now.
Exactly.
So there's something like a little bit anticlimactic about like them being so far apart, or like the first one finishing, and then the other one still wins by like 2 minutes because of the
Yeah.
ice memes. It's just this really weird.
Yeah, it's console speedrunning.
Yeah, welcome to console speedrunning. So Peanut and Lynn both on their way to get the upper cathedral key. Um and then they'll be headed to your Harkle skip.
Okay. Hopefully no memes here, but I think this is a pretty quick run back. Either
So
way.
you see Peanut missing the charged R2, he did not go through the fence, opting to quit out. And I'm guessing when he comes back in, he's gonna attempt the Pro Flow strat. We'll see when he loads back in. Lynn also missing.
Lynn going for it again. Okay, cool.
So
Rolling off. Okay. I don't know if that was on purpose.
there you go. That's the Pro Flow strat right there that Peanut's doing. And he is through the skip.
Look like Lynn made it through, but has to quit back out.
Yes.
On purpose
That's
so he
correct.
doesn't get shot.
It's on purpose so he doesn't get
I
shot.
see.
And now he's going to do
A gesture to get off, yeah.
foul.
That
Correct.
makes sense.
Because if you've done a charged R2 twice, you are fixing to get hit by something.
Yeah.
Very, very smart move by Lynn. So, also worth pointing out at this point, because I just noticed it, Peanut grabbed the Hunter set early. So he did not stop for the Yahargul set. Lynn picking up the Yahargul set, this is how we do in PB attempts. But you can get the Hunter set early. It doesn't really waste you a lot of time, and it gives you a little bit of comfort. So like I said, Peanut opted for that. Lynn did not. So you'll see him rocking two different outfits.
I love the Yargle set. It looks so good, though.
Yeah, I like it, too. Coming up to One Reborn.
I'm usually not much of a fashion Souls kind of guy, because in Dark Souls 1, we just run naked the entire time.
Right?
But I do like the Yargle.
One Reborn is semi-scripted. I say that because
Oh, yeah. Are the fireballs hitting you multiple times? Is that part of the fight? Is that scripted?
that's scripted. That's the most scripted part of all.
Yeah, no, that's exactly how it's supposed to go, yeah.
The idea here is breaking limbs and keeping One Reborn down. But fireballs exist. They can definitely mess up your rhythm. They can mess up the whole fight. One Reborn drops corpses on you.
Yes.
You take a corpse drop followed by a
corpse drop is a lot of damage.
Yes. So that was a nice job by both of these guys.
Nice. Lynn had a pretty clean one.
Pointing out that the last tournament that we had like 16 deaths.
Really? Gee, I think we've only had 2 for this tournament. Not a lot. I can't even think like what's been the killer for this tournament.
Mikolash.
Mikolash? I remember one of the first races, Miko caused a lot of memes for both runners. Yeah, because I've been here for most of the races. It's actually been super fun, even though like I don't run Bloodborne.
It was Peanut and Donnie.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was Peanut.
They had like the most terrible
yeah.
ever. I felt so bad because it shouldn't be like that.
Well, just as long as you take that shortcut, I guess. Oh yeah, Peanut even died on the the elevator shortcut going back up. That was awesome. Well, not for him, but I had a good laugh at it.
So both runners will be heading into the nightmare and running back to the dream to do another sequence here of leveling up weapons, and then they'll be headed to Mikolash.
So when is the last level up? Is it like just before the DLC?
Correct.
Okay. Is that to get to your weapon fully upgraded and you drop all your insight?
Yes.
Yeah. Alright. Let's see how Miko goes for both of these guys. Hopefully they take the shortcut. I'm sure Peanut will after his last experience.
So this is just a little run. There's really nothing going on here.
There's these guys that can chase you up to this door, and there's an interesting thing about Bloodborne, where you are not allowed to quit out during these kind of animations to skip them. Sometimes the enemies can chase you up to the door, and then you have to wait till the animation ends to quit out. And that seems pretty awful. It's understandable rule, so everyone isn't just quitting out at everything all the time. But
Well, the thing is, in like any percent, like 1.0 and early in Bloodborne's life,
the load screens are awful.
yeah, and like you would quit out on doors,
There,
chests,
how many? There's
all
like
kinds.
5 of them in the very beginning of the run too. So like,
Yes,
yeah, it's
and
an
like
understandable rule. It just
yes,
so
it's
it's interesting when that rule comes and bites the runners at parts like that. But I don't know how often they chase you up to the door.
so really you can prevent it from biting you by turning your camera around and seeing if you're being chased, quitting out before you even start the door,
Yeah,
and resetting everybody. I mean, if you don't catch it, then when you're done with the door animation, you roll or do something to indicate you have control of your character and quit out.
yeah,
I mean, sometimes you get hit, but like you can live with it.
I see. I mean, it definitely doesn't seem like a good idea to incentivize like all these different quit outs because that's just like it's one thing to quit out a few times and have fast load screens, but with Bloodborne, like it would be a nightmare.
Peanut just opted not to get the elevator before Mikolash, and that's all I'm gonna say about that because I swear I'm not gonna commentate or curse him.
Oh, he misses the gunshots.
So, funny thing about Mikolash, the reason that you see people like John Wayning him from halfway across the map is that in order to get, we'll say, get his attention, you have to give him 3 instances of damage. Whether it's hitting him, shooting him, it doesn't matter. You have to give him 3 instances of damage. So, what we found is that it's quicker to shoot him and have him not even go in that room.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So that's the reason that we do that.
3 instances, so it doesn't matter how much damage that you do, just that you deal some ticks of damage.
Correct.
That makes sense.
So like in the second part, the idea is to keep him from going into the room at all. So we block him in the doorway, but say he does get away from you in the doorway, you can shoot him twice because you've already plunge attacked him
Oh yeah,
in the
that's
room.
true.
We've been doing that a long time, but the first phase, gunshots, is new to me, having not learned in a little while.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that being introduced.
Very nicely
Nice.
done.
Did you say he didn't take the shortcut?
Did not.
Okay.
And like I said, I absolutely refuse to say anything
I
else.
didn't even want to ask you for the same reason. like just repeat what you said.
Did he take the elevator? Instant death.
Yeah. No, I don't know if Lynn did either. I didn't look.
I guess Peanut needed to establish some dominance and get Mikolash back.
Confidence boost. This plunge is so sweet. It's like
It really is.
I don't know if it's actually hard. I remember trying it casually and did it first try, but I don't know if it's as easy as just doing it.
It's not. It does have like an actual lineup. One of those things that like you go, oh hey, that's easy, I can do it, and you might do it. But
yeah, but you want to have a lineup for consistency for it.
It does have a setup, etc. Stuff for Peanut getting like really bad RNG on these ones.
So what do you want these guys to do exactly?
You want them to be out of your way.
Just be out of the way. Okay.
Out of my way. Let me run up and get my gem. I don't care if you're frenzying me.
And sometimes they just path in a way that you don't want them to.
So like the first one, it's better if it's like further up and like behind the rock. It might not even hit you with frenzy. That second one, you don't want blocking your path between those two rocks. It's better if it's further back.
Yeah.
But
Right.
my experience, like, see, it's further back now. But like Peanut had it like right between those rocks, and he couldn't get faster. So that's where he had to kind of like run around and go, "Hey, can you like chase
Now,
me or
is
something?"
that are they walking on a cycle, or is it just pure randomness?
They walk on a cycle.
Okay, so depending on how quickly you get there, it could influence it.
Uh, sort of.
Okay.
It's Bloodborne. It's weird. But they have a path that they take,
Okay.
and like whether it's RNG or cycle as to when you get there, they're most of the time they're in the way. Let's put it that way. 9 times out of 10, they're in your way.
Yeah, not certain when they load in. That can make sense.
So Peanut is fighting Wet Nurse. Um,
This boss
this
is
is
tanky.
this is your essential Dark Souls boss. Just get behind her and hit her in the butt.
Yeah, huge flaw. Just get right behind her. It's just weird how much HP this boss has. Like after you watch so much of the run, they're just melting the bosses. And this guy, huge tank.
She's a tanky girl for sure. Um, but like I said, you stay behind her and
Yeah,
you're
there's
not
not
getting.
much to worry about. There's Shadow Phase, which you can dodge through.
Okay, there you go. Peanut tried to dodge it. He did
Yeah, it
not.
didn't matter. It was
It's almost
low enough.
weird.
Yeah. Everybody give a peepo hey to Peanut.
Peepo, hey. Lynn in the middle of his nurse fight. You know, they're actually both very close.
Yeah. It's a good race. The
Yeah,
the, the,
definitely.
the only death I think has been Peanut on Rom, but he took the lamp, so it wasn't huge time loss. Um, they've both had some quit outs, about the same amount. Like we were saying earlier, hard to say who's ahead, but RTA they're both pretty close.
Yeah. I'm not going to tell you who's ahead. Just enjoy the race.
So now they're going to, is this Upper Cathedral Ward?
This will be Nightmare Frontier.
Nightmare Frontier, I see.
He is making his way.
Oh, first
Uh,
try. Nice.
first try. That is lecture hall skip. Uh, affectionately referred to as lecture hall skip because it is a little bit precise. Peanut getting it first try, absolutely no problems. He'll be making his way to Nightmare Frontier. He'll be performing another skip and then fighting a boss called Amygdala.
Any hardware differences? Yes. Lynn is on PS4. Peanut's on PS5. Now, so he's doing a gesture here, but is it? I think it's possible to do this with like an R2 or something. I don't think you have to
Yeah,
use a gesture. Is that right? I don't know what's
an,
faster, what's easier.
there's an R2 strat that I've seen done. Um, but Peanut did the sit down gesture, it looks like.
Okay. Oh, second try for Lynn. Nice.
Lynn, well, actually, both of them leveled up before this boss. In actual runs, we don't level up till after this boss. But you'd hate to come down here and lose your echoes and not be able to get them. So they both leveled up before the boss.
That makes sense.
Uh, I actually lost my echoes in this skip during a race.
I think I remember that, Mama.
Yes,
Actually.
it was terrible. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I remember that happening.
Amygdala, everybody. Fight's over. Peanut popping the third of umbilical cord that he got after killing Nurse. That is the second one.
Do they
And
usually
now,
go for a dupe on that one as well if they can?
yeah, absolutely. So now he'll be running and getting the third of umbilical cord. And consuming that before he gets to the end of the game, unlocking the super secret, amazing final boss.
Yeah, amazing final boss.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Lin making his way into the amygdala fight. And we are done here, ladies and gentlemen. Good job.
So if you did get a dupe there, what advantage would that give you? It just gives you some extra insight. Does it allow you to skip one a pop later or something? Or you get to buy more stuff?
You get to buy more stuff. It's extra insight. Peanut performing cave skip that doesn't skip the cave.
Nice.
Puts you directly in the cave.
It's a skip at the cave. Alright.
Correct. And he, like I said, he will be making his way up to the clinic, which is where you woke up at the beginning of the game, and he will be getting the last third of umbilical cord. And Lynn opting to throw a pungent cocktail. Not a bad strat.
That's pretty sweet.
One, you get past him and go pick up those pellets.
I like it.
Two, you have to get past him coming back out. And three, he can follow you up here and mess up your skip. So
yeah, I like it.
That's a good. I like it.
Nice. They both got it. Cool.
I like it.
Okay, so what's after this segment, Mama?
Peanut is going in the store right now, and he is picking up what's called the Canehurst Summons. Allows you to go to an area that a Hattie has never seen before. It's called Canehurst, and it has a boss that a Hattie's never fought called Logarius. And then you come back here in this room. There's a crazy woman laying on a table. You kill her and take her third of umbilical cord.
And what segment's coming up after this?
After this is Upper Cathedral Ward.
I see. Okay. I knew it was around here somewhere.
Well, I say normally. Used to, back in my day, fight Cleric Beast.
Oh, yeah.
But now we use Cleric Beast Echoes to level up plus 10. So he gets done a little bit later. So you do see Peanut heading to Cathedral Ward, and then he'll be making the run to Upper Cathedral. This little part right here is pretty run intensive. So this is where like both runners are pretty close RTA. It's like there's not a lot going on because everybody's just doing mega running.
Yeah. That's not too uncommon for Souls games. In between a lot of the action, there is often a lot of sprinting.
Mm-hmm. Peepo run.
It's interesting in Bloodborne, like there definitely still is, but the stamina management isn't as involved for a lot of the running sequences because you just hold sprint the whole time because of how the running animation works. Which I assume that's pretty comfy for the running segments. You don't have to worry about managing it super close, at least not all the time. You just hold that sprint button down.
Okay, so Peanut is coming up to the K-Dub nose, getting through them without any trouble, which is extremely surprising. They can give you a lot of problems.
Alright. Hopefully.
Ooh. That guy is
That
scary.
guy can be pretty annoying.
He points at you, you're good, because you can just kill him. But if he swings, he is the fastest scythe in the West.
Really? Okay.
So Peanut getting his
Nice.
orphanage.
Oh,
Yeah.
whoa. Did he miss?
Yeah, we're good. No big deal.
Alright.
We got this.
Yeah, I remember one runner, I think it was Forrest, who had to quit out here like over and over and over again, trying to get the orphanage key without the cane.
Alright. So Lynn will be making his way to the upper cathedral now. He'll be having to get past the K-Dub nose. Peanut making his way into the Celestial Emissary fight. Which, it's like a huge meme that we're like, oh my god, you died to... But like...
Dude, no, these guys hit like a truck.
Yeah,
And
like trucks.
their hitbox like activates so quickly, it looks like.
And you gotta remember, you have like really high meter.
Yeah.
You get hit with full meter, it's not good.
Their attack reminds me of, I don't know if you played Demon Souls, like the goblins in the swamp. They'll do this like push attack that will just hit you instantly, and they just keep pushing at you. And oh my gosh, it kills you so quickly. It reminds me of that.
Peanut done with Emissary, and he will be making his way to Ebb.
Thanks.
Ebrietis is a scripted fight as well.
Yeah.
So you come in here, and she is not active as a boss. He's gonna do a few hits on her, and what he's doing is he's charging up some beast meter. And then he'll hit her. And when her health bar appears, you hit the noodle, and it staggers her. Get you some headshots. Hit the noodle. Get you some headshots in there, staggers her. She goes into second phase. Pop goes the weasel. Peanut's done. I might as well not even explain it.
Speaking back to me doing my BO4 run and watching speedruns for for help, they did not help for Ebrietis because the whole strat depends on the boss not being active.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, man.
Christ.
So like I try to go to watch a speedrun to help me with Ebby on BO4. I'm like, oh, she's active for me. This is not going to work.
Like,
so if you die, the strat is, I imagine it's like very, very different. I saw Blade do Ebby active the other day, and he got through it. So GG to him. But I imagine it's like really annoying if you die to her.
It is. It's very scary because you're coming in and she's active.
Yeah.
She that charge attack. That
charge attack is super dumb. Yeah, it has like the craziest hitbox, and if you try to dodge it, you're guaranteed to get a counter hit and probably get one shot.
She's not a fun boss.
No.
Let's put it that way. I really like Lynn's Ebrietta strat.
What's
Like,
different about it?
he opens it with a punch,
Oh, really? I didn't even notice that. Just to build meter?
and then has like a different setup. And that's the first time I ever saw it.
That's
But it's
cool.
really cool.
I always like the punch to build meter.
So now
Is this Cleric
Peanut
Beast now?
heading towards Cleric Beast.
Gotcha. And so after Cleric Beast is their final level up, correct? And then we're on to the DLC.
Actually, they already did their
Oh,
final
really?
level,
Okay.
but
They're getting
we go
plus 10?
correct.
Okay. I was almost correct.
The final level up per se is after Amygdala.
I see. Okay. And they did it before.
They did it before, and then they added to it after. The
Oh,
only
really?
reason to do it is so you don't lose your echoes.
Gotcha.
And then, like I said, the Cleric Beast echoes, since you got rid of all of your Ebrietas echoes, because you mark out, then you come to Cleric Beast and you have 4,000 echoes to get your plus 10 weapon. Do you see Peanut buying his Blood Rock for 60 insight? He had 4 left over to get pellets with. And he will be heading into the DLC.
Nice. This is a good race. We'll see how the DLC shakes out there.
The funny thing about Cleric Beast is in the speedrun you kill him in like 5 hits. So in like your first playthrough of Bloodborne, a lot of people find Cleric Beast first. And like it's not quite that easy.
Yeah.
Like
He's
you know,
very easy here.
he can actually put it on you when like you're going to him at the beginning of the run.
It really is 5 hits. I love the You Hunted on Lynn's copy of Bloodborne. It's so great.
So Peanut is heading into the Lawrence Arena, where he will be picking up the eye pendant, which will allow you to get into the research hall after beating Ludwig.
Yeah, there's something about early pickup there, or am I don't know. There's like some early eye pickup.
Not the eye, but the skull.
Skull. Okay, right.
So it's easy. It's really that's why I waited to say what it was because I didn't want to mix them up.
Sorry.
The eye pendant that you pick up to go into the research hall. The other part that you pick up on that elevator is the skull, and that will activate the Lawrence later.
That comes after
Orphan. So when we get there, yeah, we'll talk about like early pickup versus what we normally do, kind of thing. Some things are done a little different in races, as like an insurance policy.
Yeah, definitely.
To make sure that you're not hecking yourself in the long run. So Peanut quitting out there, which resets these enemies, and you can run in there and kill the first 2 before the other ones kind of wake up. You'll see that a few times here in the DLC. And then using a blue elixir for the River of Blood. These blood ticks are rather scary.
This is the scariest part.
Definitely want to be able to get past them without any issues.
This guy,
Running,
though, on the ladder is...
he will consistently shoot you.
At least
Like,
once.
without fail, he will shoot you.
How do you get past that guy quickly without an elixir? Is it just you don't? Because I feel like there's definitely a chance, like in a race, you just, depending on the strats you choose, maybe you don't have an elixir running back through if you die.
Just clinch and pray.
Jeez.
There's all, like Roman said, there's always quit outs to reset.
Oh, you can
enemies.
quit out at the ladder? Okay. That's good. That's good. I mean, that's definitely not as fast, but that's not too slow.
See, fighting Ludwig, this is also a scripted fight. Taking him straight to, like, the absolute last phase. Tanking this damage. And GG.
Really? Does the second phase happen the same way every time? Or is it just the first that is scripted?
If you do the first part right, if you get the scripted part right, the second part is also scripted.
Okay, cool.
Because
cool.
We're going to say 25% health. I'm not going to argue that logistic or number. But at 25% health, he
always does that
move.
Big AoE. Okay.
If you get him to low enough health, he will go straight to that every time.
That's interesting.
Therefore keeping it a scripted fight.
No, there's no way I'm running Bloodborne. I just like Bloodborne. Bloodborne's a great game, but I don't want to speedrun a console game, honestly.
Good choice.
Good choice. It's a great game, though.
I will tell you, though, that of all the games that I've run, Bloodborne is my favorite.
Favorite to speedrun or just favorite casually or both?
Even with console memes, favorite to speedrun. Oh my god, Peanut.
Oh my god. I didn't even see what happened.
He got dinged by the big IV, bro. Woo! But he made it. Now he's got to get past the second one.
The big IV, bro. Yeah, this is the one that I always think of. This guy.
But there's one lower down, too, that you have to run past.
Is that, like, after the quit out?
The quit out, you go up the ladder, and then he's, like,
he's right
there waiting.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Alright. Well.
So, Link is opting for early skull pickup. I see him sending the elevator down and quitting out.
Okay, could you explain, like, what the difference would be? And why they might do one or the other?
The skull early allows you to get lamps throughout the DLC so that when you finish Orphan, you're not marking out. You're taking the lamp and going back to the dream. It's insurance policy.
Okay.
Now he can get the lamp before Maria if he thinks he's going to die, and then he doesn't have to do the research hall again. Or he can get the lamp before Orphan if he's not comfortable with that. And then instead of marking out, he'll just take the lamp when he's done with Orphan and go back to the dream.
Okay.
The regular strat is you take absolutely no lamps this entire way. And when you kill Orphan, you mark out, and then you're back at the research hall lamp. And
I see. That makes sense.
Correct. Peanut making cool work of failures. Nicely done. And you see him running up here and quitting out. So what this does is it resets your pellet, but you will load back in with a full meter. So you open the door, you run to Maria, and activate the fight, and you get to start the fight with, say, about a half full meter versus no meter taking a fresh pellet kind of thing.
Yeah, that's so weird that it keeps that buff on even through a quit out.
It definitely helps with the fight, for
Yeah, I
sure.
can't think of any other like buff that just stays on through a quit out. I guess it may have been an oversight, but it is very useful. So even though you have the meter, the damage isn't applied until you eat another pellet, correct?
One more time.
So even if you have the meter, it doesn't actually do anything until you eat the pellet again, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay.
It's just a
Yeah,
status effect. Oh, I guess that makes sense, Haiti. Yeah, that makes
you
sense.
have the damage without taking the pellet?
Do you?
I guess I have.
Oh, you just can't build it. Oh, okay. That's cool. I guess that makes sense, especially when you put it in the context of it being like a status effect that stays with you.
Oh, hey. When struggling a little bit with his failures, once he gets that one down, we should be good. The only thing he might run into, um, if they're a little too memey, which I'm hoping doesn't happen, if this fight takes too long and you run out of pellets and you don't have that same buff for Maria.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He's gonna be fine. Because at any point here, you can quit out. So, like, say he sees his paper going out, then he knows his pellet's right behind it. He did fine. He's gonna have it. Peanut making his way to Orphan, opting to use a blue elixir in this area, which I think is a good idea. He'll be doing what's called a Hamlet skip here, that skips part of this area and takes you straight to Orphan. And this is a slope quit out, which you see in some of the other Souls games.
Yeah, the slip quit outs look a bit different in Bloodborne because you actually don't see your character die. It's a bit weird, but it works the same way.
And Lynn will be making his way up to Maria. So this tells you how old I am. There is a strat for Orphan. It's called cheesing him, where you like.
I like the cheese. I am pro cheese.
Yeah, where like you keep him close, poison knives and etc. But nobody does that because it's
Oh.
It's oh no, Lynn.
Well, it is faster to not do the cheese.
It is faster to
And
not do this.
fighting him straight up is cool, but I honestly just like the cheese. I think it's such a cool strat. I wish you'd see more people do it, but
So
everybody's so used to just fighting them normally now.
Lynn has to. Thankfully, there is a little elevator here that takes him straight back up to where he needs to be. There's extra pellets in this room if he needs it. And he will have to fight Maria without the extra buff. I mean,
Yeah, I think he got tagged by that the overhead Maria does that has like hyper armor.
hyper armor attack.
I think you can stagger her out of it, but
You can, but
it's not like a sure thing.
I'm gonna say you shouldn't try.
Shouldn't try? Okay. Yeah.
You can, but you're taking your chances.
Lynn taking the lamp now.
Now, Peanut did not do early skull, so you see him getting it now. And then he will be making his way to Lawrence. See, Mario. Back in my day, we had 30 VIP for Lawrence. See, that's my kind of run right there.
I don't recall Mario ever playing Bloodborne.
Oh yeah.
Different Mario, yeah.
Oh
See.
no, Lynn.
Oh no. Well, he got the lamp.
He's got the lamp, so he doesn't have to run anymore. So that's nice. Peanut's gonna be heading to Lawrence. That is a scripted fight.
The Lawrence strat is really cool. I like
It's not
it quite a bit.
so. Give all your energy to Lynn, so he can get past Maria. She's pretty tough when you're coming in here with out your damage advantage. Oh, come on, Lynn, you can do it. I believe. That hyper armor attack is some scary. Know what?
It's really annoying. Oh.
Yeah, it's scary. And now he doesn't have quite the same damage because he's having to conserve some resources. No.
Oh my gosh.
Paper. Oh, we're good. We're good. Oh my God, Lynn, please. We're not good. You're making me nervous.
Okay.
Job.
There we go. All right, so this Lawrence kill is one of my favorite kills in this run. Like, just all the limb breaks are so sweet.
It feels good because Lawrence is such a memer.
Yeah, this strat is just so sweet.
Such a memer that it's so nice to watch him get wrecked.
Yeah, I remember seeing Lawrence kills through the years. Like the current one is just so cool.
It's satisfying. Like he doesn't even get a third phase.
Yeah, that's so great.
Also, nicely done, Peanut.
Yeah.
So Peanut will be making his way to Hemwick to fight the witches, and Lynn is going to be heading towards Orphan.
No elixir for Lynn here.
I don't know why. This is so scary to me without an elixir. Like,
yeah, I remember doing this run through casually. You can definitely get through it just sprinting, but it's scary.
Lynn is opting to get the lamp. He's gonna head back to the dream and get some supplies. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of the same. Like, I've watched so many Bloodborne speedruns and I'm still just like, what's next now? But it doesn't help that like routes change. Although they don't change that frequently for Bloodborne.
Bloodborne has been very fortunate in that we just keep finding things. Like right before the tournament started, we found another research hospital that we're on. We found the Shadows Freeze.
Yeah, y'all found a bunch of stuff like real quickly. I think last year.
The clinic, the wolf.
The wolf skip and the Shadows AI freeze like back to back. That was exciting.
It is. It builds a lot of excitement in the game when
new stuff's found. Absolutely. Like FromSoft games are broken except for Demon Souls, which isn't very broken, unfortunately. That's what I'm currently running, and I'm always just like, I wish this game had more glitches. It's been out for like 12 years or 10 years, or however long. Bloodborne doesn't have a ton of glitches, I don't think, but has some really cool skips. It like depends on what you mean by glitches and skips.
Oh, Lynn. Oh my god. That's alright.
Oh, that's true. That is a really cool glitch. The gesture glitches. Oh no, man.
That's alright. We got the lamp. We can head right back down there. We're right next to the skip. We can still finish strong.
Yeah, I forgot about the gesture glitches. Those are really cool. They're not very useful for speedrunning.
So Peanut is about to be fighting the witches. This is just, at this point in the game, this is pretty much a joke fight. They're meant to be semi-early.
Yeah, no one could ever possibly die in this boss.
They each die in 5 or 6 hits. I can't imagine anyone ever really dying to this boss.
Not
I
ever.
don't think it's ever happened, to be honest. Mario.
Alright, let's see. Second try for Lynn.
And then you see Peanut getting on the barrel and quitting out as the boss is dying. This is similar to the Greatwood skip in Dark Souls 3, where the game has registered the boss is dead, but the room is still a boss arena. And you're not on the ground.
It's still
So
on stable ground.
yeah, it puts you outside.
Yeah.
It
It puts you on your last stable position.
Now, I tell you what can happen with witches is the enemies that they spawn with the beast meter that you have, and if you only have 10 vit, you can get unlucky. We'll put it that way. It does happen.
Let's go, Lynn.
All right, Lynn.
Here we
Yeah.
go.
So, funny story there. You see Orphan quote, like, not dying.
Yeah.
So, if he dies in first phase, he doesn't have a death animation. That's why he just, like, stops.
No one will ever kill him in his first phase.
Yes.
Why should we spend the time?
Why does he need death animation in first phase? No one's ever gonna kill him that fast.
I think it's good they didn't, because it's actually pretty funny. Like,
Right.
I love that he just stands there.
Opa Hattie is taking notes because this is Canehurst. And we will be heading to a boss called Logarius. And then directly after Logarius is the final boss.
We get to see the sweet Lawrence strat again.
I know, isn't it satisfying?
God, I love it. Logarius has been kind of a memer during this tournament, I would say.
He can definitely be a meme for sure.
Yeah, that instant skull, like, has gotten a few people. I saw Blanks dodge it today, though. It was pretty impressive.
That's a long run back if he kills you.
Yeah, it is. There's an elevator here. I don't know how much time it takes to grab it. I imagine most runners just don't.
I mean, it doesn't take that long to grab it, but really, I mean, I don't know. I'm going to leave it at that. Because as soon as I say something about it, then there you go, a Hattie. Grabbing the elevator is for big nerds. All right, Lynn. One more hit. There you go.
Yeah, I love to see the frame rate tank at the end there.
All right, as he's dying, it goes down to about 3 frames per second. And Peanut is on the ladder to Logarius. So Ligarius is what I would call like a mostly scripted fight. You just have to be careful of what he's doing while you're trying to do what you're supposed to be doing. Like you talked about, the instant skull, etc. You just have to be
Just pay attention.
correct. And he's done.
I love how much damage that second R2 does. It's crazy. Like when they're staggered and you have a bunch of meter built and you do a fully charged R2, like the damage is just insane.
And that was like textbook perfect. That was a really,
Nice.
really good fight.
All right, so yeah, I think the last two bosses for this game are pretty annoying. They look like it. Like as a DS1 runner, I really like that the final boss in the run is like mostly a joke. Bloodborne, they can be pretty annoying.
Oh, Gearman is definitely a boss.
Yeah.
And then Moon Presence is like more annoying than anything.
Yeah. Well,
I like Gearman
Moon
fight.
Presence is like if you made Sif the final boss. It's just like, come on, dude.
Nicely done, Peanut. So you see him how he's still hitting Gearman even though he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
You can build meter off of Gearman as he's dying. So that's what Peanut.
Nice. GG,
And
Peanut.
that was a really, really nice.
That was a good Gearman.
Yeah, that was good. GG, Peanut.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess 12.
109.51.
Nice. Blue guy.
And Lynn will be making his way up to Witches now.
So yeah, this barrel quit out is interesting because like the same thing works in like for DS1, but you don't have to be raised off the ground for it. I'm wondering why you have to actually get on the barrel for it to work properly. Do you happen to know, Mama?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Absolutely. I had
Stowe.
me.
Jesus.
So, thank you for gifting 50 tier 1 subs to the community.
Wow.
We appreciate you. I know I love you to death.
Yes, that is now max emote slots for affiliate. Yeah. Hopefully won't be affiliate for too long, but yeah. Oh
Died
no.
enemies coming out.
When
Witches. He will be back in Grand Cathedral, I believe.
yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see.
Now witches are dead. They're still
He
dead.
didn't die to witches, okay? He just died right afterwards.
But it looks like he's just gonna go do the final bosses. He is going
Yeah,
to
okay.
various. So what this will essentially be is a quote forfeiture, but he's gonna finish the game.
Yeah. Let's see how this
Again,
German is.
so thank you so much. That's very, very kind of you. Now everybody, people cheer Lynn on to finish strong.
Let's see those Franker Z's. Or Peepo Cheers. That also works.
Come on, Lynn. You can do it.
Oh, wow.
So, oh my
Wow.
god.
Dang, mama. 12 months.
Thank you, Stowe, for the gifted year. I really appreciate you. And I hope that you know how much we appreciate you in the community, how much I appreciate you personally and everything that you've done for us in these games
Oh
and in
my
the community.
gosh. Well, there's 50 more. Thank you, Stowe. As Lynn tries to take care of Moon Presence, thank you for the
So
the
it's
insane generosity, Stowe.
throwing off the balance. Now I'm too nervous to talk.
Lynn stalling for more subs. Yeah. GG,
Nicely
Lynn. GG.
done, Lynn.
All right.
Lynn with a 1:10:38, remembering that his time doesn't matter because he did not go to Canehurst and finish Ligarius. But very nicely done, nonetheless.
All right. If you want to get Peanut and Lynn in here, we can. Here, I guess I'll drag them in here. Hey, Peanut.
Hello,
Hello.
what's going on?
Congratulations, Nut.
GG, Lynn. That was a good race.
Yeah, that was a really good race.
It was the whole way through. Y'all did very good.
Mhm.
Hope the people got their money's worth. Thank you, Stowe, by the way.
Yeah, thanks for the all the gift subs, Stowe. That was a fun race. GG to Lynn. GG to Peanut.
Definitely.
I think we
Y'all,
have a race later tonight, or
we do. We have one in a couple hours.
yeah.
A Hattie versus CB Raffle.
Okay.
Um, Y'all did really good. I'm really proud of both of you. There was some memes in both runs. Um, I'm glad you came back from that ROM death, Peanut.
That doesn't happen very often.
You
Uh,
you didn't get the Miko elevator and almost had a heart attack.
I thought about it and I was like, nah. At that point I was like, I need to be confident and just keep the pedal down because Lynn is very, very good.
That's what I was saying. He was skipping it for confidence, man. He knew he would get through.
Yeah, I know like Lynn's extremely good, and I couldn't slack. So at
Lynn
that
was
point,
going
I had to
hard.
pedal down, or it was GG.
Lynn was definitely going hard. He just
Yeah.
ran into a little bit of a brick wall with Maria,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Which
had some
didn't
trouble
have
with.
the lamp for Maria initially, so lost a lot of time on that first death.
Yeah, that was one thing that I was kind of like I didn't know if I was going to grab the early lamp or not, the
Yeah.
early skull rather, and because like that means you're committed to
Yeah, I
you're
had
not going to mess
Mama
up.
explain the whole early late lamp thing to me. Or
Yeah, it was
skull.
it was again like I had to like be confident and just go for it, and it worked out. So
But like Peanut said, make no mistake, Lynn is an absolutely amazing runner.
Lynn probably has double the run attempts that I do. Lynn has gotten so much experience in the last year and has improved so
Well,
much. I'm
Lynn
very proud
is
of him.
not out of the tournament. Lynn is going on to face the winner of Enduritize and Impactful Forest in the lower fourth round. And Peanut, you are moving on to face Marchie.
That's Yeah, that's going to be a good race too. Marchie's very, very good. He just is the most recent graduate into the 105 club. So, and I'm my PB is not even close to that. So I have my work cut out
I'll
for
be
me.
looking forward to that. I'll probably be restreaming that one too, just so you don't have to.
But no,
Oh,
thank you, Mama and Regal for doing the
Yeah,
behind the scenes stuff.
no problem.
yeah,
And before
Mama,
we,
thank you because I don't know this game like you.
anytime before we do finish, though, I want to make sure that we point out that Peanut has done so much for us putting together this tournament.
Yes, he has.
I want to make sure that everybody tells him thank you in some form or another because he has been working very, very hard and very, very tirelessly to make this happen for us.
Yes, thank you, Peanut. You've done a great job.
Thanks, guys. It's for the community.
Yeah, it's been super fun.
I hope everybody's enjoying it.
We are. I love it. It's got like some hype and excitement around Bloodborne, and I love to see that because I love the game and I love the community. So it's been really, really nice. So thank you, Peanut, very, very much.
And it ain't over yet. We got a lot more to go.
Yep, like we said earlier, we have another one in a couple hours with a Haiti and CB, correct?
Yep.
Yep. All right. So hopefully we'll see you guys there. And you guys got anything else you want to say?
Be there or be square.
All right. Let's find someone to raid.
So while Regal's looking for someone to raid, we do still have several weeks left of the tournament. This is just week 2. Um, this will probably be going on to the end of May, beginning of June. So we definitely still have several rounds left and a lot of races ahead of us. So we definitely look forward to that. Um, in the Speed Souls Discord under BB Tournament, we've got pinned all of our brackets and stuff. There's commands in chat that you can use. Follow the Speed Souls channel, turn on notifications. You'll get notifications when we're streaming each race. Um, so that you don't miss any races. I think with that, we're going to be done here pretty soon. We'll be rating Zaz. He is a member of Speed Souls. Zaz runs Dark Souls 1.
He is playing Monster Hunter right now, so I hope you guys like Monster Hunter.
Visit with Zaz.
If you like corgis though, he's got some cute ones.
Yeah, he's a
Don't tell him to show off the new one.
Oh yeah, I will. Don't worry. Okay. Good night,
Good night.
everybody.
Bye.